In today's episode of The Story of Animals, we're diving into the world of a creature that sends chills down the spine with just one sound. A sound that echoes through the wilderness like nature's own alarm system. Yes, we're talking about the infamous rattlesnake. These serpents are known for their signature shake, a distinctive rattle that warns potential threats. But have you ever wondered, why do rattlesnakes have rattles? The rattle is not just a fancy accessory, it's a product of millions of years of evolution. Rattlesnakes belong to the pit viper family, and their ancestors didn't always have this built-in warning system. Long ago, these snakes relied on hissing and camouflage to stay out of trouble. But as they evolved to hunt in grassy, open terrains where they were more exposed, a new strategy emerged. A rattle that could ward off threats before things got too close for comfort. The rattle itself is made of a series of hollow keratin segments, the same stuff your fingernails are made of. Each time a rattlesnake sheds its skin, it adds a new segment to its rattle. When the snake vibrates its tail, these segments knock against one another, creating that ominous buzzing sound. The more segments, the louder and more intense the rattle. It's like a maraca with a message: stay back or else. Interestingly, while many believe that the length of a rattle tells the snake's age, that's not entirely true. Since rattlesnakes shed multiple times a year, the number of segments only indicates how many times the snake has molted, not how many birthdays it's celebrated. Now, let's get to the heart of it. Why do rattlesnakes even bother to rattle? Isn't staying silent a better strategy for survival? Surprisingly, no. Rattling is not an act of aggression, but rather a defensive maneuver. Rattlesnakes don't want to waste venom on creatures they can't eat. So, the rattle serves as a warning system, telling larger animals, I'm dangerous and I'm not in the mood to tango. Here's where things get even more impressive. When a rattlesnake shakes its tail, it's not just wiggling it around. The muscles that control the rattle contract at an astounding rate, up to 50 times per second. That's faster than a hummingbird flapping its wings. This rapid vibration produces the buzzing sound that warns anything within earshot. But did you know that the rattle can change frequency depending on the threat? If the danger seems minor, the rattle starts softly. But if the situation escalates, the buzzing ramps up, creating a more frantic and intimidating sound. It's almost like the rattlesnake is cranking up the volume on a danger signal. Interestingly, the sound of a rattlesnake's rattle is universally recognized as a sign of danger, even by animals that have never encountered a rattlesnake before. Scientists have tested this theory by playing recordings of rattlesnake rattles to various mammals, and most of them instinctively froze or fled. It's as if nature hardwired a fear response into the brains of animals, teaching them that when they hear that rattle, it's best to back off. Even human evolution has responded to this auditory warning system. The mere sound of a rattlesnake's rattle can trigger an adrenaline rush and an instinctual response to get out of harm's way. It's a primal reaction, proving that sometimes a little noise can save a lot of lives. But here's a twist. Rattlesnakes don't always use their rattle. In fact, sometimes they stay completely silent. relying on camouflage to go unnoticed. Rattlesnakes prefer to avoid confrontation altogether, and if they believe they can remain undetected by staying still, they'll choose stealth over sound. However, when push comes to shove, that rattle becomes their ace in the hole. And here's an unsettling fact. Some populations of rattlesnakes are starting to evolve with quieter or even missing rattles. Why? Because in areas where humans have aggressively removed rattlesnakes, the silent ones have a better chance of survival. This means that the next time you're hiking in rattlesnake country, don't rely solely on your ears to detect danger. Sometimes, silence is the deadliest warning of all. So, why do rattlesnakes have rattles? It's not to show off or make noise for fun. It's a survival mechanism, a brilliant way for these reptiles to stay alive and avoid unnecessary conflict. By warning predators and larger animals to stay away, rattlesnakes protect themselves without resorting to violence. Their rattle isn't just a sound, it's a conversation between life and death. Rattlesnakes have evolved an incredible tool that allows them to announce their presence and avoid confrontation. While they may be feared and misunderstood, their rattle serves a purpose that benefits both the snake and the creatures that cross its path. So the next time you hear that chilling buzz, remember, it's not a snake looking for trouble. It's a snake trying to avoid it. Now, it's time to see how much you've learned from today's episode. We've got 3 fun trivia questions coming up. Ready? Let's start. Question 1. What material is a rattlesnake's rattle made of? The correct answer is B, keratin. A rattlesnake's rattle is made of keratin, the same material found in human fingernails and hair, making it lightweight yet durable. Let's try another question. Question 2. Why do rattlesnakes rattle in the first place? The correct answer is B, to warn potential threats. The rattle is a warning system designed to keep predators and large animals at bay, reducing the need for a venomous bite. Let's move on to the last question for this episode. Question 3. How fast can a rattlesnake shake its rattle? The correct answer is C, 50 times per second. Rattlesnakes can vibrate their rattles up to 50 times per second, making their warning sound incredibly fast and effective. Great job if you got all 3 questions correct. If you missed any, don't worry. You've just learned some fascinating facts about these remarkable reptiles. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.